guys, welcome back to my Ditch the Diet Myth Busting series. My name's Dana, I'm a health and wellness mentor, and I'm here to just give you a little enlightenment about a myth that is out there in diet culture and explain what's going on maybe when you see a stall in your progress. So wanted to connect with you today. My whole goal is to empower you to be able to make healthy choices for life, because when you are empowered with the education and the mindset and the inspiration, there's nothing you can't do. So let's get started. I forgot the F's here. So Plateaus. Talk a lot about it in regards to diet culture. When somebody's seeing progress and then all of a sudden the progress stops, oh my gosh, I've plateaued. So let's talk about some of the reasons that stall can happen. The first thing I like to talk about is this is a fat flush. It's not really a real term. So what happens when we gain weight and we gain extra fat cells, so we gain extra fat. There's different ways to gain weight, but particularly when we're talking to fat, we actually gain fat cells. So they multiply. As we gain fat, we increase our fat cells. But what happens is when you release the weight, you actually don't lose the fat cells. You only lose the fat that's within the cell. So you burn the fat that's within the cell, and the cell that was once full gets flat, and that's how you lose weight. And that's also one of the reasons that it's, once you gain weight, it's harder to keep it off, because you have those cells already there ready to get filled back up again. So the first place that would be really great is to not increase your fat cells. But if that has happened, knowing this is very empowering, because once the fat cells, so there's this space when you've gained the weight and then you're losing the weight, in between, when the fat is burned out, the fat cells fill with water, and they go into this holding pattern, wondering if you're going to fill those fat cells back up. And once you don't, then you'll see a flush or a release again of weight and continue on your merry way. So the reason that it's called a fat flush is because you burn the fat, the cells fill up with water, they wait to see what you're going to do. You're going to go back to gaining or filling the fat back up that you've released, or you're going to let it go for good. Then they collapse and you can carry on your merry way. So part of the process of when they fill up with water, what's happening to your physiology. So let's talk about that a little bit. The physiology is what's going on in your body. If you think about it, when you gain weight, you have to create more tissue, more muscle, you have to retain more fluids so you can carry that extra weight. Now, when you release that weight, your body has to reallocate all of its resources again. It has to determine how much muscle it needs. It has to figure out how much fluids it needs to hang on to. And it actually has to redistribute all of its internal resources to make sure that it's matching your current needs. So sometimes when you're hanging onto the water here, it's actually allocating and reallocating resources depending on your weight. So I'm sure that most of you, me including, we didn't gain our weight overnight. It happens over time. Well, the same thing happens with healthy weight loss, is that you are releasing it over time so that your body has time to adjust. Our bodies are so dynamic, and they do not work in an algorithm or like clockwork, and everybody's so unique. Your hormones, your build, your activity levels. And so giving yourself grace to allow your body to adjust how it needs to adjust is a really important part of the process. The other thing with physiology are metabolism changes. So yes, when we carry more weight, we have to hang on to more muscle. And a lot of people come to me and they're like, oh my gosh, I want to lose weight, but I don't want to lose muscle. And I'm here to tell you that sometimes you want to lose that muscle, because when you're releasing the extra weight, your body doesn't have to have so much muscle to carry you around with anyways. So sometimes what happens is, as you're losing the weight, you don't need as much food because you don't have as much muscle to hang on to carry around as much weight. And so sometimes during the release phase or the weight loss phase, you are you have a higher metabolism when you have more weight that you're hanging on to, because you need that extra energy to carry around the extra. But as soon as you lose the extra, or as you lose the extra, sometimes your energy needs are also decreasing. So you actually need to bring into awareness, like if you are, and I don't care for the word cheating, but if you are cheating on a program that you're on, and you are getting the little extras at the beginning, it may not affect you, but as you get closer to your goals, it might hugely affect you, because those little extras you no longer need because you're not carrying around a lot of extra. Does that make sense? The fourth thing here, and this is probably the one that I touch on the most when I'm working with my clients, is focus. So the mind is powerful, and culturally, we do not give credit to how powerful our thoughts are. What you focus on is what you're going to get. So if you are focusing on not losing weight, and you are focusing on the scale, and you're focusing on all the things that aren't happening to you, you're probably going to stop. But if you are focusing on all the possibilities, and you're focusing on hope, and you're focusing on the outcome, and you're focusing on even if my weight went up 1 pound this week, which that's that's a whole nother topic. Our weight can fluctuate 3 to 4 pounds a day, and it's still healthy. It's not fat. It's water retention and hormones and all these different things. So, but I often get, oh my gosh, my weight went up today at 1 pound on the scale. And my question is, what are you focusing on? What are you hoping for? And so the focus is what you're going to get. And if you focus for too long in that negative space, you're probably going to stall out. But if you practice focusing on what's going well, what are your wins, what has happened so far to celebrate, what you're looking forward to achieving, I guarantee that your body, after adjusting with these 3 things, will release and can let you continue on your merry way. So I'm here to bring enlightenment to so many of these concepts that are out there. Please, if you have questions about nutrition or mindset and how it relates to diet culture and how it might relate to you, drop them on the comments. I don't know who's on because I can't see the screen because I'm on this side of my phone, but I would love a hashtag replay or a share to get the word out there that you being your best you is as easy as simple as we make it. So I hope you have a great day. I'll catch you on the flip side, and peace out for now.